Hi, Susan Cowmiller, Hampshire EFT, doing a little spiel to do with that there's 3 days to go with my founding member launch for membership Women 50 Plus Live the Life You Want Club. And a lot of what I've been saying, basically, I'm not sure which camera to look at because today's is real. It's the real me. I've never been a pretender anyway. But there's various complications. I've got the good equipment and it doesn't want to work. And I should use my phone, but I want to see how good it is. Equally, it was my husband's birthday yesterday and I kind of took a day off from my new job of learning how to sell. So we had a good long cycle. I've got an electric bike, so it was relatively straightforward. However, we did cycle from Rowlands Castle to Portsmouth, to Gunwharf Quays and Spice Island, and had a lovely lunch. And that's 27 miles, I think, Herb told me. And then we had some celebratory drinks. And that was fine. Today, I've got... The point about this is that life gets in the way. We can be really busy. We can have goals that we want to have, and sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do to reach them. I wanted to do a live, of course, today, and I've decided just to be me because I've got a hearing test in about 2 hours' time, and I've got to go into a place called Chichester. Also, Zoe Ball this morning, I'm going to be reading a couple of little bits. Zoe Ball this morning was raving about the 50s, 50 years old, your birthday when you're 50, you've left your 40s. My 40s were a little bit testing, my 50s were great. But my club is for women 50 plus. And there'll be women 60 plus watching this, and there'll be even more. The older you get, the more you realise that life isn't perfect. And on a day-to-day basis, we can be stressed for whatever reason. On a day-to-day basis, we deal with that. You know, we all have our ways of dealing with life. Sometimes we need a little help, and you will have your go-to place, person, book, reference point to get some clarity when you're kind of overstretched. My message today is that I'm really hopeful for my membership because it's going to be a place where you can have regular input, no overwhelm, no overwhelm. It's going to be easy managed, it's going to be filed for your reference. But it's for people who would maybe benefit from a regular input rather than wait, and a regular input of managing stress and anxiety when triggers get set off. Because I'm offering tools and techniques, I'm going to be doing EFT, at least one of the sessions, and I'm going to be having expert speakers to share what internal damage can be done when we're living in stress, adrenaline, anxiety. The self-development, I'm really looking forward to that. That's the teacher part of me coming out. But this is on a regular basis. The potential to not get lost in the fog and only think your body's screeching, your body and your mind are screeching at you. And you think, I better do something about this, I better check up this, or I better make an appointment with. This is the opportunity to take over. So why wouldn't one give that a go? We all live in our own world and our belief system. And I know when I've invested in something recently, something called Tribe, which I've loved, still part of. Because when I was listening to Stu McLaren sharing what he does, what he offers, I mean, he's been doing this for years. I haven't. It's not natural to me to sell. But I've got a monthly subscription membership which I'm offering, and when I'm interested in something like that, I just press the button. I've always been a press the button girl. I was a press the button girl when I went on the dating website quite a few years ago. You know, I press the button and go, oh, good God, what's going to happen now? But I love it. You know, we can always be very, 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 very boringly careful in what we do and what we can invest in. But if you think you would like to be part of this, and it is an upbeat membership, it's not for people, I did mention, who need one-to-one help. However, you can be a quiet member and listen, but I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of interaction in this. And if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to have a wee peek at my notes. The cost is £12 a month or £120 annually. So I usually get this wrong. It's 12 months for the price of 10. One of the main things that we need when we get overwhelmed or stressed or anxious about things that aren't working, because we have people who rely on us at work, or we're an employer and we have people who are relying on us, or we run stress and anxiety, for example, but there's people who are wanting to live plans and dreams that were made, and they're potentially now in the age group where there's a huge problem with elderly parents. I don't have that problem now because sadly my parents are no longer with us. But that in itself, there can always be something get in the way of you and what you deserve. So it boils down in a lot of ways to planning and allowing the space by releasing the stress to let you see how you can better plan, and that's part of the self-development of this club. For the moment, I'm going away for today because I've got to sort myself out to go and get a hearing test with the suction, actually, the wax removal. So I'm a teeny bit hyper about that. I don't really like these interferences, but it's something that I need to do. It's a glorious day. It's either a day for chilling in your garden seat or not exactly going out and doing 27 miles, so I'm pleased we did that yesterday. But you know, when we release stress and anxiety, there's space for things to happen. There's 3 days left of my opportunity to join as a founding member, and I'm looking for people who want to participate. I want them to be part of this at its ground level. So if this is you, you've got very little to lose and a huge amount to gain, because I'm trusting that people with life experience will be part of this because they're wanting to top up with goodness and opportunities to listen to speakers, etc. And they will be sharing, I will not be the only one sharing what I know. I could talk on, but I've been on for about 9 minutes. And there's 2 freebies in this. My book, Survive and Thrive After Trauma, is a freebie. And what I think is me sharing a very informative, I think it's 10 minutes audio about EFT and stress. So with a slightly hyper Susan, because she had a bit of a night last night, a lovely day off, probably half wrecked with the bike ride. This is me, and I hope that my personality comes across and that you don't need to worry about doom and gloom, because life is far from doom and gloom if you allow yourself the space. will be back because my membership launch, oh, I don't know what's happened there. You may or may not be here. Let's have a peek. And I'll see you tomorrow or sometime later today. Susan Cow Miller, Hampshire EFT, loving the technology, not brand new computer, etc. But hey, bye bye for now.